Okay, and we're live. Hello, ladies. See, this is what's happening. I was trying to get off the phone and get on here by 7, and all hell's breaking loose on the phone as per usual when I stream. So, hang on one second. I'm not quite there, but I'm almost there. Okay, so for all those people who may be new to my channel once I put this up on YouTube, or if you saw my post and are joining me live tonight on the stream, this video is in recognition and part of pawgustart. This is the hashtag for this month's drive on YouTube to have artists push their art of whatever type of art they do out to YouTube and try to get some attention by creating a buzz on this hashtag. So when you YouTubers go in the search engine of YouTube and you put in hashtag pawgustart, you are going to get hundreds of videos returned to you for all the artists. There's over 300 of us now that are officially participating. There's some that are not, I'm saying official, they're not part of the Facebook group that kind of has the guidelines and the rules and the decisions and stuff being made. Anybody, once it's public, can jump in and join this hashtag. It's not a big deal. But anyway, that's what you got to do. Put it in the search engine, Google it, whatever. You'll find a bunch of new art, new artists, new techniques, all kind of good stuff out there that you may know of, you may not know of. I know I found some new people myself. So with that, also, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is a recording of what was a live stream on youtube.tv. You can find me there as Inky Obsessions. Just go there, click the follow button, and you'll be alerted whenever I go live. Then you can participate in the live chat. We have a streaming live chat where people can join in, share information, ask questions of me live. It's really fun. So right now, I'm going to address that and say hi to the broads in the box. So we've got my friend Rain and Pamela, Linda, Willana, another Linda. I can only see them as I see part of the chat. They're scrolling constantly as they speak. So as the ladies come in, and sometimes we have some nice gentlemen join us, we have a good time. So animal theme this month, and you guys know that follow me, I can't draw a crooked line, right? So I've been on this craze for making polymer clay tiles again, which you saw me on my last stream do. And so I thought I would do that. And my closest way to drawing an animal is maybe coming up with some animal print tiles. So I had some stamps. I remember a stamp that I have. This one of these, what is it called? A bolero stamp? Is that what these are called? No, bolio. A bolio stamp. And it's called Pelts. And it's got kind of a zebra or tiger stripe, right? It's got a leopard's print. It's got a giraffe. I think that's a giraffe print. Or cheetah. I don't know what that is. Cheetah maybe. And then kind of a snake skin. So I've been using this. I threw in a feather, because you got to have a bird to have a feather, right? So I threw in a peacock feather. And some other black and white kind of tribal stuff. So I've been wanting to do a piece in all black and white. So I thought I would combine the two and do my contribution to hashtag pawgustart. Kill two birds. Hate to say that when we're doing animals. Killing two birds with one stone. Forgive me. So I had to work late and I'm running behind. I was hoping to have this frame taken care of before I got live. So I'm going to try to multitask, and I'm going to whip a coat of gesso on this frame, which is good for the newbies to see that don't know how to prep the substrate that you're going to put the tiles on. And this is just my way of doing it. You know, you can do it whatever way you want to do it. It's your stuff. But I put a coat of gesso on first on the raw wood, and that kind of raises the grain of the wood, and then I go back and buff it to sand it a little bit. So I'm going to get this scrubbed in here pretty quick. And then, hey Jean and Jan, Creative Mess, hey Lynn. The ladies are populating into the chat as I do this. So, Lord, I'm trying to hurry and flinging gesso all over. This will be about par for the course, my normal mess, no doubt. But hopefully the thunderstorms that we're supposed to get won't knock me offline here in a little bit. It's pretty dark outside. Make sure it's not my boss. Hang on. No. That one can wait. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Ange. I hear you got your apartment you were looking for, Ange. That's great. Whew. Let me move these tiles. I'm slinging some gesso. I don't want to get these messed up. I played and made some tiles last night to try to get a little bit ahead of the curve, but I have to make some more. That's not going to do it. Well, I probably have enough to cover this, but I'm not sure they're the ones I want to cover this with. And I played with a new way of stamping the black ink on the white clay. Hey, Colleen. And it seemed to give me a better impression. And it's not a big trick or secret, just nothing that I've done with clay before. And that's to put a mouse pad underneath to give it a little bit more give. And that seemed to help. All right. I'm going to do the edges of this. None of this is dry yet, of course. But I do put 2 coats on, so I'll hit the spots that I wipe off with my second coat. I'm taking my eyes off the chat for just a minute so I can try to get through this. Is your new apartment, Ange, is it close to where you were before? Or is it like a whole new deal for you? New area and everything, I mean. Okay, I'm going to set this somewhere to dry. Got the hot flash fan on, so that'll stir up a little bit of air over there and try to dry it a little bit sooner. All right, I just meshed up my hashtag. So here's the hashtag, guys. Just remember it's August, right? But because it's animal theme, it's pawgustart. You dig? Very clever. So I'm going to set the gesso to the side, and well, it's white, so I guess this won't hurt. But I'm going to actually I need to get these tiles off my boards here so I can put some new tiles on a blank board. So I'm going to get these off of here. This one I had to cut on an odd angle. I don't know if I'm going to work that in there or not with that one on tap, but this frame is kind of curved up in the corner, so I might try to like tuck it in there. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Who knows what I'll do. But these, aren't these cute? Look at those. Is it dark in here, or is it just me? My camera that I'm looking at live looks really dark. Oh, that's great, Ange. You can walk to your gym. So these, I love these, and these are my little stamp that's made out of the, I think it's the Tribal Marks stencil. This is in my last release of my, my last release is my set 4 of my rubber stamps. That's one of them. And I did the little pictograph, this pictograph circle. I did that on some of these little ones here. I don't know if you can see those that well. For some reason, my camera software is pixelating really badly. It looks like it's coming out clear on the screen. So hopefully you guys can see that. But I love those. That's some of my new favorites. I think those will look great. They look very tribal, so mixed in with the you know, the animal print tiles, I think we'll be cooking. All right, get that out of the way. And I made some, I tried another thing last night where I, instead of putting all the texture in the tiles, like impressing the stamps into them, I inked the stamps and laid the tile on top of it. So they're all smooth, but they're just printed with the ink on there. So they're a little bit different. It's darker than usual. And you know what? All the lights are exactly the same. I'm looking around to see if there's a bulb out anywhere, but there isn't. Huh. Well, that's going to be unfortunate because there's nothing I can do about it at this point. But I did some black clay with stamping with white ink. It didn't come out as crisp white as I was hoping it would, but for a little bit of, you know, a little bit of contrast, I might try to sneak a few of those in. So we'll see. Let me clean off my boards here so I can put the fresh tiles on here. And put these aside. Oops, got one. Run away. Get my mouse pad out of the way. I'm going to do some more white ones. I got another block of white clay. I got some clay at Michael's the other day, and all the packaging looked like that. I don't know what the heck happened to it. It wasn't, I thought maybe like it got wet or something, but the clay seems fine. It doesn't seem discolored or anything on the back. Or the inside of the clay, rather. Inside of the packaging. Try to read the chat and talk at the same time. I think I'm beyond that stage of my life where I can pull that off. Oh, maybe so, Jean, with the contrast and the glare of the metal plate and the black and white. I don't know. We'll see. Do you anything other than frames to the tiles? Yeah, I do boxes. I've done boxes. And I have a couple other pieces of unfinished wood that I want to do. That are, of course, flat surfaces. One shaped like an anchor I want to do for Chelsea. And picture frame. A couple different things that I got. The boxes I really like. But they're a lot of work. I mean, this stuff takes hours, but the boxes are... a lot of work. I'm going to rip off that ragged piece there. And I'm going to use this Activa slab roller. You can get these puppies on a Dick Blick or on Amazon for like 12 bucks. And it's got all these different side guides. So you put the guides in. I use the 1/8 inch just to roll the clay. And then if I have a thicker stamp and I'm going to roll the stamp on it, I use the thicker ones to give it so it doesn't press all the way through the clay. If that makes any sense. And a little bit of wax paper on top so I can move the clay off when I go to cut it. Move this out of the frame. Every time I do this, though, it's sitting right here, so I don't know that that's going to have anything to do with it, but we'll give it a go. Did that change anything? Anything without an edge. You mean anything that's not flat? I mean, I guess you could if you were going to do something that was more rounded, like if you wanted to cover a bottle or something. You know, you can take the raw clay and shape it however you want. And you can even put the raw clay on a bottle and bake the whole bottle with the clay on it so it holds its shape. So there's different things like that you can do. But I'm sticking to the flat stuff. I did that oval frame. You guys remember that oval picture frame? What a pain in the patoot that was. With all the, where the hell, I was going to say, where the hell did I put my white clay? With all those curves and trying to fit the rectangular tiles in the curves. Oh, shoot me now. That was a good idea gone bad. I finished it and it looks cool. But I will not buy another one of those again to do, I can tell you that. So it's kind of humid, even though it's not too hot down here. It's a reasonable temperature. I got the fan on because I was having a little flash. Oh, you mean like a recessed? When you say the edge, you mean like a recessed edge around it to close in the tiles? Hey, Archie Chick. Hey, Lucy. The boxes are just a flat surface that fall off the edge, but what I do to those is I got these little tiny 3/8 inch black and white glass tiles, and I go around the whole outside of the box and make a checkerboard glass tile border. And I actually move those in a hair from the edge, and the bottom's painted gold, so you see a little bit of gold sticking out of the edge. You can see some of the pictures on my Facebook page of those boxes. And actually on my Ustream channel, when I'm off air, there's a photo presentation that rolls in the background, and there's one of the boxes that I made for Lizzie Werman that I was telling you guys last week is in Chile. That box has those black and white check tiles on it. So I'm trying to get this all 1/8. I don't know if it's just my lack of rolling skills, or I think the paper, the wax paper, I think plays into some of my rolling mishaps. But I kind of have to have it because I've tried rolling it right on here and then trying to peel it off and put it somewhere to cut it, because I started cutting it on here, and you can hear that? There's little tiny weeny grooves in there. Hey Joan, glad you could join us. That's my friend Joan from the UK. It's late for you there. Joan sent me a picture of a tile project she did with one of the frames, actually the frame that I'm going to paint. I sent her some of those with her. She ordered a bunch of stamps from me, and I sent her a couple little things in the package, and she's the one that sends me all those decorative papers and stamps and all that. So I tried to send her a little care package, and she just did a tile frame for her daughter with the same frame that I'm going to use tonight. And who was that asked me? Laura, if you are on here, I looked at the label in the back of the frame, and I think it's the Michaels brand Art Minds that was on the back of this frame. Yes, Rain, that piece is for sale. It's on my Etsy shop. Okay, so now I want some more animal ones, so I'm going to ink up my animal stamp, and I'm only going to ink the middle of this. Get my mouse pad down, my piece of wax paper with my clay on top of that. I don't know what this is. Is that cheetah, you think? Or a teeny tiny giraffe? I don't know what that is. So now I'm just going to stamp this. I'm not pushing this hard enough to make an indentation into the clay, because that's going to schmutz up the ink. I just want to try to get contact all the way across so I get the cleanest impression that I can with the ink. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I got a couple little spots in there, but that's okay. That I can live with. Hey Pam and Bunny, how are you guys tonight? All right, let's do some stripes. Tony the tiger, or zebra, whatever these are. I don't know if it matters or if there is a difference. I suppose there is, but hang on if I can tell. Hey Susan. There are some stripes of some sort. And let's get some more skin in there. Oop. Just need to do the middle of this, because the clay is only so wide. No sense inking up the whole thing. Oh, Lucy Jane, are you still here? Did you get my note about the date? Ooh, that one's stamped pretty well. And now let's do some of these leopard spots. These are so far apart from each other that it makes it more of a white tile. So, hey Dorothy. So, that looks nice, kind of sprinkled in with all the, you know, to break up all the black. That date's not available. So I asked him for other available dates, but they're weeks out from that. So I'm not sure that's going to be possible. I have a note into Paula to see what her schedule is, and then I got to check with Dave again. But I'm not sure that that's gonna work out. And I hate that, but that's where we are right now. I just wanted to get back to you. Try to fill this little bit in with some more stripes. Hey, Carrie Ann. So, for those just coming in, this project's going to be my contribution to pawgustart. This is this month's hashtag for the Creative Arts Collaboration group on Facebook. It's a bunch of YouTube content providers, and we're trying to band together and have days where we put out massive amounts of art to try to get YouTube's attention and give our audience a whole viewing smorgasbord, shall we say, of all sorts of different art projects. I know last month I discovered a lot of new artists that I search YouTube all the time. I don't know what I was doing wrong, because I'm fairly smart at doing it. But I saw people that I just met and hooked up with for the first time that have been out there, have big channels, and some small channels that I really liked. So it's giving all of us exposure to a lot more viewership and a lot more you know, a lot more followers, a lot more, all kind of good stuff. I'm going to try to take this stamp, just hit this little tip up here. There we go. I can get a little towel out of that. Okay, now, is it any difference in lighting when I move the silver sparkly stuff out of the camera? Did that change anything? Hey, Lisa. All right, now I'm going to get this. See if that's dry. That's fairly dry. All right, I'm going to have to bring this back over here. And I finally put tape on my blades again. I don't know if you can see. Oh, my little stack of boo-boos there while I was shaving off fingerprints. One at a time, taking another layer. Lordy. Telling you. I thought I need to stop before I do literally whack off a digit. That will not be good. So I'm just going to kind of square these up. See how many tiles I can get out of this little piece. Oops. Look how cute that little one is. I watched a new artist today paint a zebra. It was a fast-forwarded video. But how did she do that? She painted a zebra, painted the stripes in the form of the zebra, and then she masked it off and then splattered the stripes with all sorts of different colors. I was at work kind of like peeking at it in between what I was doing, so I didn't really get a good idea of what all she used, if it was paint or inks or what it was. Then she took the masks off, and it had like a colored, the white part of the zebra was all splattered and colored, and then she painted back over the black to cover up the spot, so it was stark black stripes again over all those splatters. It was really really cool. Well, that's really strange because this plate sits right here every time that I'm on. Isn't that weird? Very strange phenomenon. Alright, stack of my scraps over here. I'll deal with those later. Oops, upside down. I don't know if I'm going to use all these on this project, but I like to have an assortment to pick from of coloration and sizes, so we'll see how it goes. Andrea! Hello! Didn't miss much. This is my contribution to pawgustart, the new hashtag for this month. And it's animal theme, hence pawgust. So I am, you know, I can't draw a lick, so my contribution is going to be animal print tiles, and I'm going to make another tile project with my polymer clay. So I made some last night, just playing around, trying to get inspired as to what I was going to do. And so I got a little bit of a head start of that, but I was late tonight getting home and didn't get the frame painted and gessoed and all that good stuff like I had hoped. So I still have that I have to play with. But I shall get it done. And we have the hashtag runs for 3 days for new videos, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So I have some time to add to it if I'd like, which this will probably take more than one pass, as we know. I really like that, what was it called, a bolio stamp? That's pretty cool. Oh, rascal got crooked on me. Oops. No, no, no. Sit down there, you little rascal. You have to talk to your tiles. If you don't talk to them, I'm telling you, they got a mind of their own. They really do. Alright. I think I'll leave that one that wide. Make it shorter. Fit that right in there. And that right there. And I think after I do this tray of stamps, or tiles rather, I think I'll be good from what I've made previously. Little snake skin. Snakes are animals too. See, cute little tiles. Yeah, Serene, I'm talking to inanimate objects. They're quite frankly the only ones that listen to me. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do some long one in there. I need to do some little ones. This one has an edge. I'm going to take that edge off of that pattern that I don't care for right there. Then I'm going to make some little teeny tiny ones because this has a small enough pattern that I can get some really small chunks out of this. Alright. I will need small ones at some point. I promise you that. right, another little bit here. All right, let's see here. Let's do that. Yep, over there. Get over there. Blunt those edges. Get a straight edge on those. Straight edge there. Might be able to get a little teeny tiny one out of this. There we go. This will just be a partial plate going in the oven. That's alright. I can do one tile in there if I want to. Nothing says I gotta fill it up. As I'm saying that, I'm thinking, do I have enough tiles now? We're gonna assume that I do, because otherwise I'll be making tiles all week and I'll just be fine with that. Patty, have you used gold leaf in your Absolutely. I use it almost all the time. Just about everything that I do has gold leaf in it. I didn't plan on putting any in this. I may put some silver. Well, I'm not now because I have... oh, if I have a silver tile that's already done, though, I could add it in there. I was going to say I've already done stuff on these tiles. I wasn't going to roll out anymore. But yeah, I do the leaf all the time. And as well as these pigments, right? The dry pigments. These are the Mona Lisa precious metal powders. I use the pale gold, and the platinum one I use a lot, especially on black tiles. All right, let me pop over the oven, get these in the works, and I'll be right back. Speak amongst yourselves. It's not going to work for YouTube, but it'll work for the stream. Okie dokie. Now I can concentrate on the frame while those are cooking. Oh no, I got some gesso on here. Good Lord, hang on, let me get a baby wipe. Okay, get that out of my way. My fan keeps blowing up the side of my paper. And grab my little sanding block. And I can't show you because you won't be able to see it this fine. But I don't know if you can hear how rough that is, where it raises up the grain once you gesso it. Just like when you put a first coat of paint on unfinished wood. Gotta knock that back down so you get a decent smooth finish. Heat gun. Just gonna hit it with this to make sure it feels a little cool. So I'm gonna hit it with this for a minute. I don't know if you can see that raggedy edge in here behind my finger. See what's all lifted up there? That will never do. Alright. That helped get that dry off a little bit. Now, always sand with the grain. With the grain, with the grain. Except for the edges, I don't worry about that because I got to get those little splintery bits off. Yeah, that is a heat gun. I gotta back that baby off on a lower setting most of the time. That's the one I got when I took the Jody Old class, where we used to blister the Silks acrylic glazes on the clay board. That's fun to do, and that's really cool, but you need a hot heat gun. So I got that one, and it does the trick, let me tell you. It will also blister skin, in case you wondered. The prep work is not pretty, but it is necessary. Now I gotta get in these inside edges here. Seems like right on those curves it really wants to get kind of rough. I don't know if it's the way they've sanded that to make that curved edge in there. I don't know. Patty, how's Babe? She's doing really well, Lynn. Thank you. All of her staples are out now. All over 100 plus are out, and she's back to her old self. We were concerned about her the other night because the day before Dave took her back to have the final stitches out, or staples rather, her belly was like bright pink and splotchy, and I thought, oh dear Lord, please don't tell me she's got an infection after all of this. And they said it might be a little bit of an infection. They gave her another week of antibiotics, but released her. She can jump up on the sofa, but not up on the bed. Bed's too high, so we have to keep her off the bed still. And she's handling that really well, actually. I didn't think she'd appreciate that, but she seems to take it in stride. She and Mojo did really well with both of them when they had to be restricted. So I don't have any tack cloth. I'm just taking a very lightly damp baby wipe and trying to get all that sand and grits out of the way. And then we're going to go to layer number 2 of gesso. Yeah, that was a really huge surgery they did to that little thing. Ugh. But she's all clear. It saved her life. So, she's all good. We had a rough summer with both pups having big surgeries. But they're both good, so that's all I care about. Oh, I still have a rough spot there. Why are you being so difficult? Alright, let's see what we can do for coat number 2. I'm not going to worry about coating the inside of the front where I'm going to put the tiles, because I'm going to put a layer of mastic on that, which actually I might do right now, let that be drying a while, because that takes a little bit to dry. So that just basically gives you a kind of a toothy surface that gives the glue of the tiles something to really bite into and hold on, and it gives a little bit more substance to this frame. I mean, it's going to hang on a wall. It's not like it's going to take a lot of wear and tear, but it's not an overly, you know, sturdy frame. This little layer of mastic will help that, and it's the Well-Bond. It's the ceramic tile setting glue stuff that you put on the floor or on the wall to lay or install ceramic tile. But we're going to put it on here and in a real thin layer. You can get this on Amazon or at a hardware store, I'm sure. So it's going to go real thin. And this is a recommendation that I learned from Laurie Micah. So I've not done one without this to see what the difference is. I just trust in the genius that she is and put down the layer. Now I usually paint this a metallic color, and since I'm using black and white, I'm going to paint it silver. And that way, if any of these tiles don't meet exactly, or if I use a glass tile that we're going to see through, instead of seeing this milky white ick, we will see pretty silver. Oh, I got a new paint, which I think you guys were telling me, I think it was on Polish Stream. She was showing some jelly prints from Dee Dee, and there were some with gold, and we were trying to debate which kind of gold paint it was. And in my search for that, I've totally forgotten now the name of what we thought Dee Dee was using, but I found something called, it's by Sargent's, and it's, what was it called? Metallic? It's upstairs. Metal paint, metal, it's acrylic paint, but it's called metal something. But it looks like a really nice consistency paint, and it looks like really highly pigmented with lots of metallic in it. So I'll try that at some point. If I'd have gotten the silver one, I'd have put it on here, but I didn't. I got gold. I just want to use silver on this because I'm doing all black and white. So for those that came in late, the hashtag for the art collaborative event on YouTube this month is, it's called hashtag pawgustart instead of August art, because it's an animal theme. So since I can't draw, I'm using my animal print stamps to make some tiles to put in a frame. And I've been wanting to do black and white, so I'm gonna, I hate to say it again, kill two birds with one stone when I'm doing animal themed art. That seems wrong to say, but you know what I mean. Don't hold it against me. I don't hate birds. Don't email me. Hey, who is that? I know who you are. Oh my gosh. Lesline. Huh. I want to do what Paula does and say Lou Jean, and I know Lou Jean is Pet Pamperer, and then I got Pampered Pages, and for some reason, and they're both L names, so I get them hosed up. Okay. There's a layer of that on there, and I try to make sure the side is clean from anything sticking up there, because it's going to get really hard once it dries, and that's going to be part of this is going to be exposed on the side, because the tiles, this is deeper than the tiles are thick, so I want to make sure that's out of the way. And I put that tool right in water. And the lid on. Hey Gilly. Hey Tam. Thanks for joining, guys. Alright, so now, hang on, let me check something here. Alright, I'm going to leave that side alone, start in the back. Another coat of gesso. And the other piece I did the other day, I finished it up in white, but I came back at the very end and put a coat of Golden's fluid acrylic white on there, and that made it really look like a clean bright white, because you can see, even with two coats, you can still see this wood grain through the gesso. If you're looking for it, you can see it. If you don't care, and that's not a big deal to you, you might not see it that way, but since I wanted to try to sell it, I wanted to make it so it was as right as I could get it, so I put another whole coat of layer on there of Golden's, and it really did finish it off nicely. Hey Bridgeton, did I see somebody say hey Paula? Oops. There's Paula. Hello, dear. Hey, Paula, I sent you a, and you may have answered it. I'm just not looking at Facebook right now, obviously. But I sent you a Facebook mail message. Something I wanted to run by you. So if you get a chance, if you would check that out, that would be great. It's really tricky trying to gesso something when you got to gesso every little tiny surface. I would normally let this dry, but I don't want to take the time while I'm live with you guys to let it just have its own moment in the sun and dry on its own. I'm going to force the issue. Alright, let me put that down. I'm going to hit the back with pecan. Oh, let me make sure about the links, Lynn. Hang on a second. It's a good question. No, but they're on now. You guys can link away. Hey, CB. I know, Paula, trying to type on the chat on the tablet, hey Janet, is really a pain, I think. I usually watch when I'm on my laptop. So this isn't my final coat on the frame. This is just kind of a double coat basic kind of thing to get me started. I actually think I'm going to go with the black frame for the final coat on this, with all the black and white tiles. I think. I don't know. The last couple white frames I like. I usually always did black on a frame, but the last couple white ones kind of struck my fancy. So YouTubers, if you're watching this, sorry about the drying time and it being real time and not fast forwarded. If in order to edit that out, I'd have to download a 3-hour video to my laptop, which would take hours and hours, probably an overnight deal. Run through 3 hours of tape to edit, and then push it back up to YouTube. I'd miss the whole hashtag deal if I did that. So. You can speed it up though in your YouTube window, down on the settings button, a little gear. You can go double time, or I forget how fast you can go. But you can speed through on your own if you'd like, or just skip up the time bar and pass through the boring bits. I wouldn't blame you if you did. Alright, get some of this mastic dry on the inside so I can paint it, and then we'll be ready to start slapping some tiles down. Your cabana boy is delivering pizza? Huh. Nice work if you can get it, I suppose. Oh, Andrea, what did you do? Were you doing more work in your studio? I missed a little bit of the chat here. Me too, Lucy Jane. Love to slap down some tiles. I know people who would argue, Susan. Oh yes, Andrea picked the pool over Patti, but in her defense, I would have probably done the same thing, because you can always YouTube it later. I don't hold it against you. Oh, her webpage is updated. Oh, you got the Laurie Micah book. Oh, good. That's hard to find anymore. I had heard at one point that it was out of print. In some places they were seeing copies of it for like $60. How much? Where did you get it, Lucy? I guess I should call you Jane, but I see Lucy Jane. I want to call you Lucy. I know who you are. You know what, Andre? I only get notifications from a few people, and I have a list of 4 pages of you streamers that I subscribe to, that I follow, and there's only a few people that I get notifications from. Don't know why. Alright, that looks good enough to slap some silver on there. Let me get started. Jumping at the bit to slap some tiles down there. $186. I know, it's crazy. You can download the version of the ebook for Laurie Micah's book. I actually have the hard copy and I have the e-copy. Because when I was first getting into all this, I wanted to make sure I had one in my grips at all times. So I had it on my iPad. And alright, now for those wondering why the crazy lady is painting in the bottom of the frame that she's going to cover up with tiles, there's method to my madness. Not every tile is going to meet up with the other tile exactly right. And where it's a larger space, I'm going to grout it with some micro beads. But where it's not, then we'll have pretty silver paint shining through instead of pukey white gesso. And when I put my glass tiles and mingle them in here, if I do, then we'll see metallic through the glass instead of pukey white gesso. So yes, I'm wasting paint because I'm only going to have a couple of those tiles, and there's only going to be a couple little bits that maybe don't match up, and I don't care that I just schmutzed up that because I'm going to probably paint it black anyway. Just wanted to seal the wood basically with the gesso coats I put on there. Haven't decided on my finishing layer yet. And even though this is gessoed, it still sucks up some paint. And you can see the texture in this mastic. If you really, I'll hold it up to the camera when I'm done. And that's the tooth that we're trying to get to glue the tiles onto the wood instead of that slick surface. It gives it a little more tooth action. So you painted right over the mastic. Yes, I did, Rain. Yep, that's right over the mastic. Alright, I spread some of this around so we're not taking forever for this to dry. See, this is what I was hoping to have done before I got online tonight, but I just couldn't pull it off. And I had to work later than I thought. You know? Gotta pay the bills. So, that's gotta come first, but hey AJ and Denise, how you guys doing? This is my contribution to pawgustart, which is the hashtag this month for the Creative Arts Collaboration group on Facebook. There's like almost 320 artists, YouTube content providers that do art on that Facebook page now, and they're pretty much all of them are going to be pushing videos today, tomorrow, and the 22nd with this hashtag. You can search this hashtag in YouTube or Google and find hundreds and hundreds of new videos and artists. So see the roughness of that? That's the mastic underneath it there. So hit that puppy with the heat gun. And so the theme is animals, and since I can't draw a lick, I watch the stuff that Dee Dee does and draws and paints. It's so realistic. I would love to be able to do that, but I am unable. I have trouble drawing a crooked line, and that's not a joke. I'm not trying to be funny, people. That's just the way it is. So, some of us got it and some of us ain't, and I'm one of the ain't group. I fall into the ain't column. Yeah, a lot of them posted, because the different time zones, they wanted to keep it under wraps until the 20th, but, you know, it's well into the 20th on, you know, in Australia, so some of it comes out actually on the 19th, the day before. And that's fine. Just more days to love it. But it'll always be there. It's not going to go away on the 23rd. This will live in infamy. That's never going to go away. It's just a tool, and for the YouTube consumers can use to search to come up with these, you know, all different sorts of videos and find new artists and all that good stuff. All right. By George, I think we got it. All right, now, Lordy, I got a mess going here, people. Let me get my little bit of elbow room. Linda White Holloway, hello, my dear. 50 years, good Lord. Well, I guess I have too, but you can't tell it by what I put out. I mean drawing, people. Work with me. Keep it out of the gutter, Linda. Just because you showed up doesn't mean that Alice has to go in the gutter. Although it likely will. I'm okay with that. Alright, trying to make some elbow room. I'm going to need one of these razors. Alright, I'm going to switch to another piece of newsprint. So I got a clean start. Clean my hands off. Fresh start. And let's get back here so we don't lose track of this. Hashtag. Pawgust. Get it? Instead of August, it's Pawgust. Okay. I'm going to run over to the oven and see where we are. Babe's doing great, AJ. Thank you. She had her final staples out yesterday. Thought she had another infection. Well, not another, but an infection in her belly, on the belly incision, because he was really pink and warm and splotchy. But she's on more antibiotics again. And today looks much better. She's acting like herself, so that's all great. Be right back. Yeah, what timing? Mother of pearl. That's a little warm. Whew. Just came out of the oven. And that's all stainless steel, so that really sucks up the heat. Mercy. I'm going to use that to get them off of there. Let them cool off on that paper. Lordy, lordy. That puppy's warm. I need to bring a, what do you call it, hot plate, a mitt, oven mitt or something down here to handle these daggone things. Alright, so now let me get myself situated for assemblage. Okay. Where, oh, I was gonna say, where the heck did I put all my tiles? Okay, let's see what we got. So I had this animal print stamp, one of those Bolio stamps, like a rolling pin, but it's flat, and it's called Pelts. So I got, I don't know, we can't decide if that's cheetah or giraffe or what that is, leopard, tiger or zebra, and sort of snaky reptilian stuff. So that's my my answer to August. Let me get myself situated. See what I got to work with here. So I did this big feather one too. I just love that stamp. And I don't know if I might put it up there in the corner because it's cut kind of funny, but that's kind of like lopsided, isn't it? Maybe I won't even end up using it. I don't know. We'll see. So let me get all these babies out here. I did a bunch of different black and whites. These are my little stamp from my tribal marks, or cave actually. Tribal marks, I think that one is. That's on my rubber stamp sheet that just came out, my set number 4, which for anybody new, Jean, if you don't mind, would you throw my Etsy shop link out there? It's Inky Obsessions on Etsy, and that's for the new viewers who might be watching this on YouTube or here tonight. But this was one of my stencils, and I shrunk it down and made rubber stamps out of it. But these are the tiles that it made. How stinking cute are they? I'm going to mix some of those puppies in there. You can believe that. And I threw in a little anchor. It's not animal themed, but I like anchors. Why don't I just dump all these out here? Get her going. I also did some white ink on black, and they came out okay. They're not as vivid as I'd hoped they would be, but I thought for contrast they might look okay. Patty, can you round off the corner of the feather tile to fit the corner better? I can, but I don't know if I want the weight of that one solid tile off to one side, you know, rather than maybe... Thanks, Jean. Thanks for putting the link up. What am I thinking? YouTube people aren't going to see that link. But anyway, on Etsy, my Etsy shop is called Inky Obsessions. So you guys know how to use Etsy. Just go there, type it in the search box. You'll find me and the stamps that I'm talking about. And another stamp that I did, my little pictograph circle, that makes cute little tiles too. Look at the little teeny weeny tiny pictographs. Oh no. And I made some checks just because I can. All right, throw some of that in there for some contrast. All about the contrast. And then this one, my one favorite stamp I do with all the tribally looking tiles. Instead of embedding the stamp in the clay and getting the texture, I just stamped and inked it. So all these tiles are smooth. These aren't going to have the deep texture of the impression of the stamp. It's just got the ink design of the stamp. Does that make sense? I didn't squish it into clay. I just touched the clay lightly with the stamps. So this is going to have a whole different look and feel to the normal ones I do, where you got all that yummy texture on it. Different look. Good night. You think I got enough tiles? I didn't think I'd have enough, but I think we're good. Yeah, I do add it in there, Jean. I add my link in the description box. I certainly do. Where's my colder water? I've got so many bottles of water down here, and they're never the cold one. Okay. So, I don't know about that one. Let me get some glue. My little mini palette pad here. And I'm using Wellbond adhesive. And that's got, that name is pretty accurate. It will bond them well. When they have a grip of that, they ain't going nowhere. So I'm just going to start slapping stuff down. And this round corner up here is going to be a pain on all 4 corners, but we're going to get through it, I promise. One way or... Oh! Damn Wheaties! I squeezed the flipping lid right off of there. Oh my God. You only see it here, people. You don't make this crap up. Oh, good night, Nelly. Scared the crap out of myself. I'm gonna try to save some of this. Good Lord. This gets pretty snotted up pretty quick when it's exposed to air, so I'm going to try to save some of this. So there you go. That's about right for one of my streams, don't you think? Sweet mama. I'm not quite sure why that happened, but darned if she didn't happen. Holy mama. Okay. So, another thing that I wouldn't edit out even if I could, because this shit happens. You know what I'm saying? This is real life, people. This isn't some little perfect little song and dance going on here. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Grab a little brush. Okay. Without further ado, let's start slapping some tiles. Now this glue, put a little on the frame. Yeah, Tammy. Pull out the Billy Bobs. Oh Lord, it's our little secret. Put paint on the tile and paint on the frame. Then give it a gentle little smush. And that baby's pretty much on there. Ay, ay, ay. I'm telling you. And I'm just going to start slapping them. I did too much thinking the other night. But we are going to just press on. Literally. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, we said animal print, so let's put some animal print in the mix. The good thing about this glue is even if I could paint the whole bottom of this and then go back and kind of get it refreshed when the wet glue hits it. But so all this little bit out here, I could paint all over here and come back to it later and we'll still be good. And I might do that while I have access to this little corner up here. Yes, I wiped that glue on my shirt. So another shirt has bit the dust. It's become my wearable Inky Binky. Alright, I'm going to put that little one right there. And I'm going to fill up that little corner hole with micro beads when we come down to the grouting part of the process. Bump that up as far as it will go. And against that edge. And there we go. Okay, and just looks like Andrea is causing some sort of an uproar in the chat. I can't say I'm surprised, but doesn't make her a bad person. I'm not sure if I like these black ones. I might play with them like here and there where I don't have to commit yet and see if I like those. I love my little pictograph ones though, I can tell you that. See, Paula, you're not the only one that has disasters as you stream. Had a little glue bomb go off there, but you know. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Looking for just the right size little tile. That one might be big enough. Oh, look at you, perfect tile. Occasionally you'll get one like that. You got plenty of disasters too, Jean. You know, that's just real life. That's the stuff that really happens. I wouldn't edit it out if I could, because then it wouldn't be real. Oop, I gotta get these paint boogers off between my skin on my fingers being hacked up with that razor cutter, and then the paint boogers from this glue, or the glue boogers from the well bond all over me. It's like I can't pick up anything. Oh, now they're shunning Andrea. What have you done, my friend? Oh, God, you're a mess. I think this one might look good right there, actually. This black one. I'll work a few of these in. I think they'll be good. Oop, hello. Hello, get down there. Now I got to decide what color ground I'm going to use on this, which I do believe it's going to be black. I do believe. But we'll see. Maybe I'll go crazy. Put just different colors of greens in here so it looks more jungly. Or maybe I'll just go with my favorite teal. Or maybe I'll go with something like a chocolatey brown, so it kind of keeps with the animal print-ish theme. I don't know. We got a couple hours to worry about that. Now I don't know what I'm doing with this, or even if I'm going to use it. Should I put it in the bottom here? I don't know. This end just bothers me, but I think, you know, if we put something that heavy in one corner, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think if I put that in one corner, it's going to look really off? Should I put it in the center? Should I put it down the bottom? I kind of like it at the bottom, and I don't mind it in the center, but that makes it awkward to tile around. But this edge, I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, Janet, that's what I was thinking. It seems off balance, right? See, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I might put it on the bottom. And then I have, you know, I have this one big black and white tile that I've been wanting to use on something, and I haven't ever used it. Maybe I'll use it and cover part of that. Star, right on lower, right a video above the live icon when you, oh, you're telling somebody else something. But this one, it's kind of a Aztec-y looking sun face and all these symbols and stuff on it. But see, then I'd have to, that's no good. It's going to cover the whole thing. What the hell am I thinking? See, I was thinking if I put it like, I don't know if I trust it on there hanging off the, no, I wouldn't want to put it on the bottom there. That I wouldn't mind, but I think that's too risky. I think that's just asking for trouble to break that. And this frame doesn't have the hooks on the back for the wall. It's one that you put in an easel, so you'd sit it on a table or bar or whatever. So I need to be mindful of what's going to hang off the bottom. I think I'm still going to have this tile for another day. I don't think that's going to be the way we want to go there. I don't think. All right, well, it's, you know what, Ange, I don't want to do that because it's round, and it is really, really, really hard to try to get all these square tiles cut up enough to fit around that round circle. So I know I'm not going to do that. But I think we might have to save this one for another day. Or maybe I'll lay this on top of a bunch of tiles when it's, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, crap. Is that glued? Oh, that's not glued on yet. I think I'm going to put that right there. You find this relaxing, Brenda? Watching me rifle through everything, trying to figure out what to do with it. It is kind of, actually. It's like a crossword puzzle without the words. I love all black and white, so we'll see if I really like how I want this to turn out. See, this already has a skin on it. See that skin forming here where it's like a big old glue booger? Oh, where was I going to put that? There? That's why I had to put some of that blob I spilled back in the jar. Try to save it. Okay, lordy. All right, what do we want to do up here? Let's put this one right down here. Do that corner while I can get in there without getting it on another tile. Alrighty. You know, I'm thinking I may not have enough tiles that are going to work in here. I'm just going to have to make it work. Oops, get down there. Let me go with one of these big checkers in here somewhere. Big old checker. Right there, maybe? There seems to be something. I think I have to kind of bevel this one a little bit. And I haven't had a stroke. I'm talking with the brush in my mouth. Like all good artists do. I have a little, here we go. Maybe I can stick that one right in there. I hate to use these little grout sticks before I need them, but I think I'm going to need one there anyway, because those are all a little bit off. Try that. And then that baby down there. Alright, so there's where we're headed. So this is either going to be one that I hate or I love. I haven't decided which way this one's going to go yet. But we have plenty of time to get there. Hey, Di. Thanks for coming over. You know, I'm still thinking about this one down here. I might just do that. And this edge like this will just give it a little personality. I think that's what I'm going to do. That'll be my mark. I really like the feather. So do we want to? We're gonna. It's time to commit. There are way too many boogers of glue on this deal here. You know what? I'm gonna have to wash this out. Hang on. Stand by. The feather sideways. Trying to lay it where there's no glue. I'm not wild about that. All right. What's Jean arguing about being green now? Okay. I'm getting rid of this. This is a big snotted up mess right there. That's one booger after another. But stand by. Here we go again. This time, I'm just going to take the lid off and work with the way this wants to work. And I'm just going to put a little bit out at a time because, like I said, the air really screws that up. Neon green. What are you doing neon green? Rain's hair? Is that what you guys are talking about? I can't keep up. We'll just let the peacock feather take center stage. How about that? Is that big enough? Oh yeah. That wasn't it, Rain? Okay. I'm not measuring. I'm just gonna plop her down. Figure if you need a micrometer to figure out the center, she's good enough. Good enough. Everything I say is being repeated? You mean it's coming out like an echo on the stream? Linda, is that what you mean? That's not good, because this has to go to YouTube. Okay, so there we go. Feathers in place. And there she shall stay. Get some glue in that corner while it's exposed. Oh, good. Oh, good. No echo. Okay. Oh, that might be what it is. She's got another window open and it's running in the background. Could be. Listen to Jean. Jean is always right. This one's got a sharp little corner on it for some reason. So let me get that little nasty bit off of there and sharpen that up. There we go. All right, let's see. I want to get some more of these little pictographs down here because I love them. I love, love, love them. Let's see. Will that go right there? It's a little big. A little bit long. How about you? Then what I'm going to put in here, like that. There we go. That'll work. I don't know if this one's maybe just easier going together because it's a square and not the long rectangle shape of the other one. I think that's a little trickier for like the composition of the piece. Oh. So if the people new to YouTube are wondering what I'm talking about, if you look at my previous, go to my channel and look at all my videos, and the previous one I did was another project with polymer clay tiles, and I did it on a frame similar to this, that's 5 inches wide and 18 inches long, so it's a completely different kind of a layout. Hey Lizzie! Hey Sherry! Thanks for joining. I'm trying to do my contribution to the hashtag pawgustart. Lizzie, are you doing the hashtag videos, Lizzie? Is that where I wanted to put that, or that way? Nope, this way. Is your image breezed? Oh, I don't know what that means either. I'm not sure what that means, Lizzie. But I don't think it is. But I don't know what it means, so I'm not sure. It could very well be breezed. Let's see. I need one just the right size. Or I shall cut one and make it just the right size. Oh, that one's part of the right size. What about the hashtag? So underneath all my tiles here, you can see the hashtag for this month. I think I invited you to the Facebook group that's now called Creative Arts Collaboration, CAC. And once a month we're doing a hashtag kind of an event where there's 300 and some of us now that are YouTube content providers, where we go out and all create videos along the same theme and try to flood YouTube with art. And this month's theme is animals, and I can't draw a lick, so I'm doing some animal print tiles in one of these. There's zebra and leopard. Got a peacock feather, and I got some other I don't know if that's a cheetah or a giraffe or what that is. And some, oh, the reptile stuff. Like here's a little reptilian kind of a thing going on here. And I wanted to do black and white, so I'm kind of trying to do that on here. So that's my thought process of what's going on here. Let's see if I can get a thicker one. I wonder if I can cut that. I don't know. This could be a disaster, but we're going. We're going for it. Thanks, CB. There's a Ustream where Patti talks about the get-together you guys had. Not specifically Pamela, but we just kind of talk about it all the time. Reminiscing. And yeah, we did, Zandra streamed live a couple of nights when we were in there late. Zandra is, what is it, Scraps to Beauty? And I think Paula did too one night. I think the Saturday night. Paula streamed. Hey, Zandra. There she is now. See, when you talk about somebody, they show up. You gotta watch what you say, people. You never know who's listening. That end went a little wonky on me there. And that one I gotta bevel the other way. There we go. That should help there. Now I have 3 days to do these pawgustart videos. If I finish this up all in one, Lord, I'm gonna have to come up with another animal theme, something other. Hey, you guys, Rain and Zandra, and is it Tammy? You saw my Billy Bob teeth. Was that not lovely? I know. Oh, fish, that's an idea. You guys are going to, is it Seth Apter's class this weekend? No, Dina Wakely's class, isn't it? That you guys are going somewhere and meeting, you rats. Ah, envious. I'm happy for you. Don't let me sound bitter. Okay, let's see. Finding just the right piece. Oh, look at you. Just a sliver too big, but that's okay. We may still use you somewhere in a very important spot. I can tell you what, this style of tiles is not as forgiving as the other more textured ones as far as being exactly shaped. I like that one over there more, I think. But I like it this way. I do. Let's see. What can we put in there? Nope, none of that, none of that, none of that. Patty's tea. Oh. Oh, they are lovely, Lisa. My Billy Bob teeth. But I do carry them wherever I go because you just never know when that opportunity is going to arise, to be honest. Zandra, you are, I think, I don't remember if it was you, but you are fine to use this hashtag on your videos if you push them to YouTube, the hashtag pawgustart. As long as you did something, when you do something animal-ish for this month, you can put those up there if you like. Too close to that one. That's too close to that one. I'll put you up there maybe. How about in there? Ah. Oops. The seam zips. That's too many stripes. That's a little crooked up there. Let's try that. Yeah, we're not hammered in on the date yet. I had one of our lovely ladies that really wants to come asked me about seeing if I could change the date, and I did call today, but there's not availability on the date. So the only way to switch it is to switch it several weeks out. So we need to make sure about Paula and I, if we can make it then, before we switch anything. Okay, let's see what we got up here. Too big? I can tell it already. Is that glued? Oh, it's not glued down. Okay. Didn't make that commitment yet. That could go in there. It could. I don't want that one right next to that one in the opposite colors. But I do love it. Yes, I do. Well, a little hacking off right there, and that might be a perfect fit. I said might. Oh, Paul, okay, I see your note there, Paul. You're good anytime. I wonder if we should do another survey, Paula, of the available dates for that room, the one that's in the hotel upstairs, instead of the other one, so we have the bigger room. I think we should do another. Patty, keep me posted on the next date, please. I will, AJ. Right now, I'm holding the 13th to the 17th of July, which was kind of the same week we were there. And my contact there held it for me because he said they fill up fast. So we think we're going to have more people, so we were going to go in the other room, which just happens to be in the hotel upstairs. So we wouldn't have all that running back and forth, and you know, some of the ladies had some mobility issues. That would be a lot better for them being in that same building for everything. And if there's any weather, we wouldn't have to go out in the weather. But somebody wanted to go the week before because they had a conflict, and just I called to see if it was available, and it's not. So But it was available another week, but it was like the very end of July. So I don't know. You know, I don't. We got to figure out how to decide what date the date's going to be, basically. That's always hard to do. Oh, I love to glue tiles. I love to do the tiles. Yes, I do. Okay, where are we here? Okay, so here's where we are at the moment. We must press on. That almost fits, don't you? How about if I do that, and do that, or do that? That's going to get me into a corner there, I believe. I like this checkered one there, though. So that's where you're going to live forever, Mr. Checkered Tile. Yes, you are. 'Cause I say you are. I'm the boss of you. I'm not the boss of much, but I'm the boss of you. Let's see. We'll check the chat here. Dorothy will be uploaded to YouTube as well. Oh, Dorothy, I missed your question, dear. Hit me again. Hit me. Oh, go to bed, Dorothy. It's going to YouTube. Go night-night. I'm glad you got to join us for a little while. I need to get one of these black ones up in here somewhere. There, perhaps. Perhaps. How about one of these up here somewhere, perhaps. Now that can kind of go in there. All right. Oh yeah, the trip. There's me and Patty were sure that remembered and Jean in the elevator. Oh, when we left Jean. Everybody ditched Jean. Sorry. Well, at least we realized it. Before the next day. Good night, Dorothy. Thanks for joining. Like, where the hell did Jean go? Where'd she go? We left her in the cafeteria is where she went. Nowhere. How rude. Yeah, you gotta laugh, Jean. Okay, let's see. I'm not totally in love with this piece yet. I guess that will come eventually. I usually really like just stark black and white, so we'll see what happens. That's too much tiger in the tank right there. I'll put that one right there, maybe. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I do need to do a colored bead. Howdy, I love the peacock feather tile. Oh, thanks, Kate. Hey, thanks for joining. Crafty Crider. Hello, thanks for joining. What's your name? Actually, Crafty Crider, did you buy some of my stamps recently? The Crider sounds familiar to me. Leslie was on earlier, Andrea. I thought I did more black and white checks than what I have out here. I don't mean the white and black, I mean the black and white, like this. Thought for sure I did. Huh. Don't anybody panic. This is just me thinking. I know that's hard to imagine. Oop. Upside down. Oop. Christina. Oh yes, you did buy stamps from me, didn't you? Thank you very much. I think that's who you are. I very much appreciate the support. You will fit in there exactly. Now that's tiger stripe against tiger stripe, but it's different colors, so I'm just going to let it happen. I'm not going to fight it. There you go. A little Miss Perfect fit. Patti, color the peacock feather with some color. Thanks, Lisa. Yep, same. I'm going to put you right there. Yes, I am. I think it'll come together when I get everything painted, and then I definitely, looking at this, the frame is definitely going to be black. I think that'll help make it pop. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Christina. I hope you hit, Pamela, the lottery for more than that reason. I got some stencils too. I'm glad you did. Yep, they do work out nicely in the... Oh, thank you. They work out nicely on the jelly plate. That's how I made them to fit that sucker. Okay, let's see. Maybe I need more of these. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this little slice in there too. That might just be a little pocket for beads. Oh, right there? No, that's too many. Too much of the same. Yeah, I think the black too, guys. The mildly obsessed. Oh no. There's a pill for that. Don't get too crazy on me. Here, perhaps? Oh, that'll go right there. Look at you. Or maybe even red beads. Or hot pink. Let's see. Are you going to go right in there? You little rascal, are you? No? Well, would have been nice, but it's not where you need to live. Doesn't make you a bad tile. Maybe there. I need something in here. That'll take up a good chunk of that. Oh, that might fit right in there. Ha ha ha! Look at you, perfection. Hello, lover. Slide you right in there. Red, you think, Sherry? Red would be a nice little papa in there, I think. Alright, I'm going to get rid of these paint boogers. Oh Lord, I got the paper, my palette glued here from when my glue exploded earlier. Oh Lord, lordy, lordy. Is that red a good geesh or a bad geesh, Paula? Red yes or red no? Who's squealing? Everybody's squealing on poor little innocent Andrea. You guys, oh, hello, I didn't glue that one down yet. You guys, how can you be mean to poor little innocent Andrea? Yeah. A hello lover apron. Hello lover. Alright. Let's get serious here, people. Oh, this is a cute one. That one I did the white ink with the pictographs on the black tile. Red grout. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The more I say it, the more I like it. I even have some real hot pink beads. We'll look through the beads when I get done. Yes, poor little innocent Andrea. I can't even hardly say that with a straight face. Nothing personal, of course. Too much black, not enough black, doesn't fit black. I might put you right there. Which is a little long for that piece right there. I might end up... These aren't glued down yet, are they? That one is. This one isn't. I'm going to put that there and then that there. Will that work? No. It will not. Alright. Commit, commit, commit. Down you go. Alright. Oh, will that almost go in there? I'm going to undercut these edges a little bit. And I might be able to make that happen. Will you? Gonna be difficult. This one's playing me. I'm the boss of you, tile. Yes, I am. There we go. Is that the way you're going to go? That little tiny edge of that black one there is really hosing me up. The one that I just put in there. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that right there because that's going to allow for a nice little streak of the red grout. If we do red. I think we will. But you know, you never know. When it comes right down to it, you don't know what I'm going to throw on there. Oops. Dropped it. Got it all boogered up. Right in there. Patti is the tile boss. Yes, I'm the tile boss. You guys talking about shipping deli paper that's so heavy? That stuff weighs a ton. Now where am I going in there? Blocked myself into a corner. Can always trim something down. Like you. Right there. Yes. Oh, graphic 45 paper. Oh, did you guys see the new jelly comb tools? You know, the rubber combs, like the well, I want to say they're like the Catalyst tools. They're a rubber comb like the Catalyst tools, but they're different designs. And I really like them, and I'll tell you why, because the teeth are much further apart. Patty, can you teach us the tile magic at Maryland too? I can, Lisa. The problem we're going to have is to have enough ovens to cook them. So we have to find out, and we're probably not going to get to do this until like the first of the year. But we need to find out, narrow down the date. I have a date being held. We're not sure that's going to be the date yet or not. But we got to hammer down the date, and we can fit more people in this room. And I know more people want to go this year. It's a different room than where we were. It's actually in the hotel. But in order to do that, I don't think trying to teach 50 women at one time is a way to maintain one's sanity. So I'm thinking more of an open, collaborative kind of a environment. Bring what you want to do and then share. But we can have little like mini workshops. Like if you guys want to do tiles, we can certainly do tiles. But we have to figure out how many people are going to want to do those and have enough ovens there. I only have my one little oven. So that's going to be the hold up on making the tiles, is getting them cooked. Because you don't want to be carrying around raw clay and try to travel home with it. That's not going to work. Trust me when I tell you that. It's in Maryland, Christina, at the I forget, it's MITAGS, MITAGS, Maritime Institute of Technical, blah, 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 whatever. They teach all the merchant marines and the military, not so much sailors, but they teach the captains how to run the ships there. And they do a lot of other stuff too, with training for policemen and all sorts of stuff. But it's 5 minutes maybe from BWI Airport. They offer a shuttle. It's the pricing was really good. The space was great. Eileen had been there many times before and recommended it, and bless her heart, she was right. It was a great place. All the meals were included. The food was decent, actually. And unlimited ice cream. Ah, hello, lover. I'll give that a hello, lover. See, another thing about having the open style collaborative thing where you just work on what you want to work on is you can, if not everybody wants to do the same thing, you can just bust off on your own and do whatever the heck you want to do. And nobody cares. Oh, that's almost gonna like perfectly fit in there. Ah, am I going to screw this one up by trying to cut that off? We're about to find out. And wet nuts. Ice cream and wet nuts. Yup. Both, Star. Yeah, the chat is moving fast. Everybody's talking up a storm. Oh, almost. A little bit more. Did that do it? That almost deserves another hello lover, but I don't want to get too, I don't want to give them out too easily. You can't give away too many hello lovers. They have to be earned. Hello lover. That one was a perfect fit. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Too many checks. See, I just might not have enough of the right size things here. You know, I might put that one there. And now I'm thinking red for grout, that I do want to leave some gaps so I can get more of that in there to show, because on normal pieces it's just very, the grout lines are very fine, and you don't see a lot of that, but I might want to intentionally leave a little groutage space. We had them come from all over, Christina. I don't know if anybody was from Michigan, but we had quite the crew. A little too small. That might could work. I hate to put, oh, maybe this one. Nope, a little too big. I'm going to get more of these in there if possible. Alright, little pictograph up here, perhaps. Well, that's right next to that other reptile pattern, but it fits perfectly. So we're going to go with it. Perfect fit. Alright, I want to get one of these in here somewhere. Where are you going to go, little fella? Right in there. That's where you're going to go. Yes, you are. Right there. All right. We're sneaking up on it, guys. Let's see. Oh, here's another one of these. I love these. With that, my little stamp thing on there. I don't know. I forget what I'm calling it. Cave etchings? Is that what it was? Oh, I should know that. I should know the name of my own stamps. I really should, but I don't know. Alright, let me put you. Is that the right spot? Yes, that's the right one. Oops, get the glue off of there. This is hard to do and try to watch the chat at the same time. I'm going to throw my back out. Oh, remember the perv in the bar? I tried to pick up a bunch of you guys one night. I need to hydrate with my drink of choice. Dasani water. Oh, now I'm going to choke to death. Sorry. Ooh, that is just shy. I wonder if I can do what I did the other day and cut the tile I already put in there to make this one fit. That will either work or it'll be a disaster. Which way are you going to go? Oh, well, in my eye, that's sort of a disaster, but... Oh, look at you. You pretty little thing. I didn't have a stroke. I was reading the chat. Now, where the hell did I put... Oh, here it is. See, where to put the tile would fit in there perfectly. Come here, you little rascal. Right in there you go. Atta girl. Let's see. I don't want these pieces too big, too much grout, because that would be a mess too. Still too short, too long rather. There we go. That one's going to work right in there. Can't believe we're almost done. All right. Okay, I got a pretty big hole over here I need to do something about. And this is what I'm going to do about it. That's going to go in there or else. Right there. Maybe. Maybe. Did anybody hear anything about Carrie Underwood today? Was there going to be some sort of a big announcement or something? I was on my way home, and the radio station played song after song of Carrie Underwood. And it almost kind of was unsettling, thinking, oh my gosh, did something happen to her today? But Dave said, somebody at work said something about she was making some sort of a big announcement at 5 o'clock today, but it was after 5 when I was driving. So who's got the lowdown on Carrie Underwood? Okay, a couple more little squidges in here and we'll be good to go. That one goes right there. Just about there. I believe. Is that going to work? I'm confident on that one enough to glue it and try to cram it in there. So we're... Oh, she's having another baby. Maybe that was it. That would make sense. And I thought about that, but I hadn't heard. And she just... The other one's got to be kind of young. Isn't it? Just a little teeny weeny tiny baby. Well, this one's going to be kind of tricky. Releasing a new album. Well, that seems weird that they'd have her on record after record. They release new albums all the time. Why do you want to be so rascally? Alright. Get in there. Wise guy. Who you think you're messing with? I announce the new album will be out. Well, good for her. I was hoping for something more, you know, a bigger deal than that. But I guess that's a big deal. What the hell do I know? Alright. Oops, I forgot where that was. Where'd that go? That seems a little tight. Just after this. Oops. Right there, I think. And will that go in there? I believe it will. Oops. Okay. Ooh. Alright, I see a little schmutz that's going to have to go up here in this corner. Cut the corner off of that. Let's try that. Will that work? Well, I know if you're ever going to rob a bank, just coat your fingers with Well Bond and you will have no fingerprints left at all. Now I'm going to put glue on that and assume that's going to fit too, because once I get it in there, I don't want to have to deal with getting this bad boy out of there. So in you go, itty bitty little bitty tile. That's pretty good. Okay, I have another little piece. Will that go in there? Yes, you will. You will too. Oops, I almost put glue on the wrong side. The wrong side of the tile. Alright, I think I'm going to call that tiled. I don't know, there's a couple other places. I should probably try to stick something in. Right there, maybe. Cut that off a little shorter. I don't want it to be too gaping with beads. That is not going to be a good look either. That go in there? Oh, you will, won't you? Oh, you darling little thing. Yes, you will. I'm telling you, you gotta talk to these things. You might think I'm crazy, and you might be right. But I'm telling you, they'll work with you a little bit better. You just talk nice, or if you threaten them, either way. Kind of like with people. The nice talk doesn't work. Gotta get ugly. Alright. I believe we're going to call that tiled. Are we? I like for these black ones, I'd like for that to be whiter, but they're going to have to stay the way they are, I believe. So here's where we're landed so far. Some tribal stuff, some animal print. See the little gaps in there? You see the silver paint through the gaps? That's all good. See the little peacock feather a little bit up here that's completely sticking out? That silver paint there. Silver paint here in the corners. So that's where we are. So let me get some of the stuff I want to keep out of the way, and all this crap that I don't out of the way. I got the pencil and the brushing my mouth again. I know, it sounds like I've had a stroke or something. Okay, put that in the water. Let that go. Alright. Alright, let me look at my beads. Let me pick a color. Are we going to do red or are we not going to do red? I don't know. Alright. So remember, the frame is going to go black. Wonder if I should do that first. There are about 3 stamps that I need to know what they are. On here, Robin? There's cheetah, leopard, tiger, reptile, feather. Then these little guys, these are my pictograph stamps. Here is a better one, it's bigger, you can see. And these are my other rubber stamp that's on my last set. Did any of those answer your question? Yeah, I tell you what, Mama's got to be selling some stuff too to pay for our $10,000 of vet bills in the last 3 months. If you can believe that, it's true. So there's one red that I have. This is a different red. This is from a different company that I bought when Oak Emporium was out sick. Thanks, Joan. Thanks, Pam. And then these are the red metallics from Oak Emporium. So these are smaller and a little darker red. Orange. Brown, kind of safari. Then you got your black. Teal goes with everything. That's a neutral, I think. Gold. I'm going to lay a few possibilities out here. We'll discuss it as a group. And then I will do what I want to do. Oh, I know. How mean is that? Too bland, too boring. Actually, that kind of hot looking. I don't know, we'll see. All right. Hang on. So, here's what I'm thinking. The brown, too boring. I'm going to knock that out. The orange is still kind of interesting. This, I'm going to knock that one out. It's kind of, oops, they're a little big. That's kind of, these are called gold. They're called gold, but they look like a citrus lime green to me, and they almost look kind of cool on there. I thought that too, Jen, but it's not wowing me. Not popping anything. So that's kind of a possibility. These are copper. Those orange. And this is kind of a chartreuse kind of color. Here's the darker red. Teal, but teal doesn't seem safari-ish. I love teal with black and white, but not tonight. Oh, I made a little rhyme. So here's this red. That's almost a pinky red. I think I like this darker red. And I hope I have enough of those. That's all I've got. And then here, of course, is just the black. Jean, are you kidding me? You're saying you don't like the chartreuse when that's a shade of green? Somebody write down this day. Mark it on your calendars, people. That's actually kind of cool looking, I think. But what the hell do I know? It's just me doing this. I'm really tempted to go that way. Orange. That's copper, really. That's not bad. That's not bad. This red, I think, is too pinky red. I don't know if you guys are seeing that right there. Where's the other red? And there's the other red. I think the darker red. It's not yucky, it's limey. Limey green. See, if you guys weren't here with me harassing the crap out of me, I'd probably use this one. But I kind of have my heart set on red. I think I'm going to go with that one. Black. See, the copper looks kind of cool too. I gotta tell you. Alright. Don't make me hate you guys for talking me out of my chartreuse. It's so funny to watch everybody's input, because everybody's got something different to say and a different opinion of what they think to put on there. So I win. I know. Oh, you know what? I do have, hang on, a greener lime color. Oh, here it is. There's two other greens that I happen to have. Where's my... Distracted from the beauty of the tiles. You use the red base, you'll need to do a red frame and red embellishment on the frame. Oh, good Lord. I don't want those glass ones, I know that. That's the wrong color green. You know, this really should be easier. Now you're saying the lime green? I am going to do what I want to do, Rain. I just like playing with everybody. Oh, no, I do like everybody's input, because sometimes you guys have really good ideas. Keep me from running off the rails at times. These are so cool, and there's a little bit of static. I don't know if you guys can see these bouncing around as they move. I could sit here and play with this all night. Don't glue down the airplane. What the hell are we talking about? Don't glue down the air... Clearly, I missed something along the way there. Well, I thought I had this all in the bag. You know, Jean, that's not a bad idea, painting the frame first. That one, I'm going to take. I'm going to do that. Good night. going to take me a week to get all this layers of glue off my fingers. I think that's a good idea, Jane. So let me get some black paint. I'm going to just go right for the goldens. Oops. What the heck? Or do I want to do gesso? Black gesso. Oh, yeah. Where is my black gesso? Here we go. I know, everybody's got an opinion, right, Vicky? Oh. Sheesh. Gesso was on there, baby. Okay. Let me use a brush that's not too big, so I don't get it all over the place. This will work. How much would it cost to make something for my porch? How much would it cost to make something? Give me more information, Sherry. I have no idea what you're talking about, hon. You mean to make one of these? Or to make something big porch sized? I'm not, or are you talking about, I have no idea what you're talking about. Give me some more information. I'll help you out. How do you protect the tiles while painting the edge black? I don't. I just go for it and hope for the best. I mean, I could lay something down there. Whoa, Eileen. Whoa! Well, enter a question. What the heck are you guys talking about? I'm just going to assume that I'm okay to paint this freehand and not screw up too much and hope for the best. I don't want to get it on the inside where the silver is. I want that to stay silver on the inside edge of the recessed area of the frame. And if I get a little black in there, I'll just go back and put some more silver over it. You guys are up to no good. I have no idea what you do. Eileen, I know you're instigating. And Eileen, you had better come with us the next time we come to Maryland. This was all your idea in the first place, and then you couldn't come. That wasn't right. Yeah, you lost me on that one, Sherry. Throw something at me. Give me some more information. I'll try to help you out. Well, it's next July sometime, so hopefully that's far enough in advance. 'Cause that's about as far in advance as we can get a year. Eileen, are you good for next July 13th to 17th? That's the date that's being held for us right now. Well, this gesso is pretty thick, so I'm not too worried about it dripping. Now, I could do something like drop the brush and, you know, knock the whole jar inside of here, and at which case this would go to an X-rated feature pretty quickly with the language. Eileen, you're talking kind of big there, girl. Can you go? The date's next year. Can you arrange for that in advance and make that happen with your taking care of your mom? Now it's popping a little bit more with the black frame. Don't you think? I knew it would. Night, Bunny. Thanks for joining. Oh, 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 my computer. Everything went black. I thought I was passing out. My computer timed out and my screen went black. I thought I lost everybody. Yeah, I like black gesso. It's got a matte finish and it is stark black, very opaque, and it kind of stays that way when it dries. Before it's all said and done, I may hit it with some black Goldens fluid acrylic. We'll see how this dries, but I just want to do this for the aspect of the, get the contrast real so we can make a better decision. And when I say we, I mean I. About what color beads to grout this puppy with. And yes, I'm painting down the side of the frame, but I'm going to paint that all black anyway. I'm not too worried about that. And I mean on the outside, not the inside. The inside I want to keep clean. Remember, we painted that silver. And I want to keep that a clean line. What time is it? 9:39. Yeah, I know. I never really stick with my original thoughts, just black and white. That sounds like a good idea. Right now it is just black and white though. And I'm not decided what I'm going to do yet. Okay. So there's the silver edge inside the frame. See that? The little silver metallic and the black, right? Now, all black and white as with the original plan. That still would look cool. This, you can't go wrong with black and white. There's the dark red. I don't know that I'm as big a fan as the dark red as I was before. And there's that. It's called gold, but it looks like a chartreuse citrusy lime color to me. Let me look. You know what? I think I got some different colors when I ordered the new set. Hang on. This ain't over yet, people. Let me see what these are before I make a commitment. These are called olivine. That doesn't look bad, actually. Only thing is they're larger. They're the larger. Not every color bead is... oh, that's the same as those. Okay. I must have liked those. I don't have any silver beads. I have, this is the closest thing I have. And they're actually called silver, but they almost have a taupe colored cast to them. And I don't think that's going to do me any favors. It's not going to, you know, if I do anything neutral, I'd go with the black. That's too bland. That's not going to do me any favors, I don't think. So, olive, chartreuse, red. I thought I had hot pink, but the hot pink I have are glass, and I don't like the glass ones. All right, Jean, which one are you calling bright green? This one? The one you poo-pooed me about at first? Is that the one? Say it so everybody can see it. Yeah, I think I'm going to move away from the red. Tam, did you say black? These are the only two that I had, Jean. The other green was... Oh, you mean this green? Nah, I don't like that one. That's too, like, mowed grass. I don't... That one's not well on me. Well, these are the only three greens that I have, so she's got to be talking about one of those. You must have been talking about this one, because Jean likes this kind of green. Now when I put this out here, this really does look gold. That looks a little olivey. Good Lord, I'm going to run out of time looking at the color. I don't know, that might not actually be bad. The more that I'm looking at it, you're talking me into it. How about purple? Now we're back to that red again. See, I had this hot pink. But these are glass, and they get kind of transparent. And they don't pop as much as you think they're going to pop. What did Tam say about the size of the space? Hang on, let me go back and see what Tam said. If I can. Look like the animals peed in the snow. Come on. I didn't see what Tam said about the size of the space to fill. Yeah, see the hot pink, they're glass, which you can't really tell. Would it work in this? You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We'll be here all night. And I didn't like it before when I used those. I do like the color with the black and white. We're going to go for it. The hell with it. We're in. Patty, choose a color. It works with peacock feather. My fool, bring out. Well, we're going with the pink. We're going to picture a pink peacock feather. No pink. All right. You people are driving me crazy. We're going for it. The hell, I got something black on here that's still wet. Oh well. This is going to take a lot of glue. Now I'm gluing, so I'm not watching the chat. So if anybody's poo-pooing me, not Andrea. I can't see it right now. Now you know, there's going to be somebody that watches this on YouTube and complains about the time we took to choose a color. And why do I listen to people on the chat? Because they're taking their good time to hang out with me, so we interact. That's why. Let me answer that before somebody says that again. So like the last time, I'm going to put this glossy accents in all these open bits where I want some grout. And I'm going to let it set for a minute because it will, the level of it will change. It will find its level under some of these other tiles. And I want it to find its level before I add the beads, and the beads get all wonky and sink in different, you know, different depths of beads. I want them to all kind of be as even as they can be. I love this needle nose thing on my glossy accents though, especially doing this. Lets me get right down in it. Yeah, I know, Jane, I do. Yeah, I like to give them a little hell every once in a while. Keeps them honest. It's my channel, I'll do what the hell I want to do. How about them apples? The people that have the most opinions are the ones that have never done a video and honestly don't have a clue what goes into streaming, so I don't give that too much weight. Now if somebody like Paula or Zandra that stream all the time would give me some input, that I would welcome, but some of these places holes are bigger than I was expecting them to be. But it'll let more of the pink show. So hopefully with the silver paint underneath, even though they're a little translucent, we'll still get some pop from those. Man, I'm telling you, the more you think you got it all, and the more you turn this around, the more you see that you need even more. All right, before I run out of time and get cut off from here, I'm going to go ahead and dump some beads on there and try to get this going. And I might end up with a part 2 to finish it. So I'm just putting this in a bowl to catch the excess from the overspray. And I'm just going to pour on some beads and hit all those places where I dropped some glossy accents. See, this hot pink makes this look very teenager's room to me. Which, if you're a teenager, that's not a bad thing. But it's going to go on my Etsy shop. It's not going to be for me, so it's not, you know. That's what you got to keep in mind when you're making stuff to want to eventually sell it. It's not, you got to make stuff that you don't necessarily like sometimes because somebody else will. It's always the stuff that I say, oh, God, look at that. And I was like, oh, my God, I love that. All right, let's see where we are. These are reading a little bit more purple than they are in person. Alright, see now it's just a little bit of pop in there. I'm going to take give us another glance and see where we are. See what I missed. Excuse me.
Alright, I'm not watching the chat right now, guys. So I'm trying to watch what I'm doing here so I can concentrate and get this sort of wrapped up by the end of this video. Sort of, kind of. Alright, where's my little bead scooper? Get some of these. Now I gotta remember where I added glue. All kind of starts looking the same. These little bead scoopy things are great for what I'm doing. Gets all of them up out of there. It's easy to put it back in the leftovers back in the tube with this too. All right. All right. That's where it's kind of ending up for the night. It does read a lot more purple on camera than it is in person. It's more of a true hot pink in person. See the silver edge down there? Right. All right. Oh, did I freeze? Looks like what I'm looking at, the Ustream window looks like I'm frozen there. So I'm going to put a sealer. I'm going to paint the rest of the frame black. And now seeing how matte and drab that gesso looks, I think I will go over it with some black Golden's paint. Yes, Rain, this will go into my Etsy shop. And this one isn't, I mean, you could put a wall hook on it, but this is one that sits in one of those little easels, like a cookbook kind of stand. Thanks, Denise. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you finally approve. So, there we are. I might put a little something on the frame. I used to have some little embellishments that I could glue on the frame. I'll see what I have that goes with that theme. And maybe put a little something on there. Oh, you know what? I think I had it was blue though. It was a blue stone and a silver thing that was like the center part of the peacock feather. But I could glue down here maybe. Or up here. I don't know. I'll put stills out on Facebook and everywhere so you guys can see the final result. And I might even do that in part 2 because I got to do another pawgustart video. I don't have to, but I want to take advantage of that because it does drive a lot more viewership and subscribers, which in the long run means more money for Mama. So I do want to take advantage of that hashtag push when I can. So maybe I'll do that, a little video part 2 tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, I'll be sealing away, and this is what I use to seal the Sculpey. I use the satin gloss. Thanks, everybody. Eileen, do check into your schedule for next year. I know it's a long way out to plan, but it's either too long or too short. We're trying to do it so you got enough time this time to come and join us. Now I wonder if I should use a satin finish or a gloss finish on this one. Maybe a gloss would be better. That's what I'm thinking, maybe gloss. Thanks for joining me, everybody. It was a pleasure to have you along for the ride. I think I might go gloss. Night, Jamie. And night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and hanging in for 3 hours. Just flies by, doesn't it? I'm going gloss. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off and make this a wrap for tonight, and you'll see more of this little baby. Once I get it finished, it'll take me a few more sessions on it to get it sealed and painted and embellished and all that good stuff. So thanks for joining me. See you next time. Don't forget, pawgustart. Use this hashtag to find a bunch of good stuff. See you next time. And we're out.